Harrison, get the smirk off your face because I know you're both up to something. This is the Chasing Points podcast, episode 179. We are here to talk about the North, the AFC, NFC North, and I'm here to do it with my buds. That's Harrison, Brendan, Sam. You all have smirks on your face, and I don't like it, so let's just get it out the way. How are you guys doing?
I'm happy you called me a bud.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we're all buds.
So nice.
Yeah.
We had, a conversation off air about Splashdown, and we can't bring it here. That's it. We just can't bring it here.
For those that are not from our area, it's a water park.
Yeah, America's biggest little water park.
Is that the tagline?
That is the tagline. Yeah.
Huh. It's a good tagline. Yeah.
It is. It's great.
Didn't know
No
that.
references
Never
to
ever
pee.
known that if you've never said that.
Yeah. That's all I have. I'm doing great. We made a successful trip. Splashdown. No viral infections.
And you didn't drown.
No drowning.
Yep.
Tough to drown. 3-foot pools, but
you can drown drinking a cup of
water,
water, sir.
Water was blue. I'm glad we
Love
kept
to
it
see
that
that.
way. Yeah.
It's great. They do a great job over there.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Glad you survived.
Please
Brendan.
move forward. Please move forward.
Brendan?
Keep going. Keep going.
Howdy.
Audio.
I knew he couldn't help himself. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. A little under the weather, but I'm good. I'm good.
Got a nice stash going on.
He does.
I got a little bored,
He's got
like it.
he's got like the official white podcaster stash now. He does. He does.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not letting him in Splashdown.
Not without a kid.
Oh my God. Sam, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Thanks for asking. We're good. Ready to go. We are the North.
The North remembers.
Man.
Let's go. I've been waiting 2 weeks for this.
I know. Took
Okay.
a little impromptu break.
Yep, little setback, but we're back for a major comeback. So AFC North, we'll get right into it. We got the Ravens. Record last year was 12-5. Big questions for the Ravens going into season. Like the Bills, can the Ravens get over the hump and make it to the Super Bowl? By the hump, we mean the Chiefs. Lamar in the playoffs is 3-5. He has 10 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 6 fumbles, a 60% completion percentage rating, and the percentage rating is 84.6. We have the Steelers record last year is 10-7. Does Aaron Rodgers have enough in the tank to lead him to the playoffs is the question. We have the Bengals, which record is 9-8. The question is, will the Bengals defense keep them outside looking in again? Will Trey Hendrickson, be moved prior to week 1? If so, where? And then we have America's Toilet Bowls, the Browns, with a record of 4-5 or 4.5. That's what? They were not 4-5. Okay.
They're 3-14. They're over unders.
Question, who is QB1? We have the answer to that now. That is Joe Flacco is QB1. Did Shador's performance, this is from last week, performance in week 1, preseason change anything? Clearly not. And then over under 5.5 games for Shador to start. Gentlemen, I'm leaving the betting out today. But Sam, we can revisit the betting after this or put it in on Instagram if possible. Gentlemen, this is a very interesting division, and by that I really mean just between the Bengals and the Ravens. What is your thoughts on this division? Who do you think is going to come down to? Anything that stands out to you as well? Who would like to start?
Counting out the Steelers already.
I am.
I am too.
I never count out Aaron Rodgers.
I am.
I did last year, and I looked dumb for a little bit, and then it was fine. So I'll do it again. As far as the Steelers go, I think this is the Ravens' division to lose, and I don't know if there's much that would change my mind at this point. I mean, I think the Ravens just on both sides of the ball are, elite or really, really good, at least on the defensive side too. But, and they had the best kicker in football. Now they have a rookie. So we'll see what that
What
looks
happened
like.
to the kicker?
No,
I'm not sure. Not much.
no,
That was such
Not
a
much
dad.
going on over
That
there.
was such a dad
No.
response. No.
no.
Not
Yeah,
here.
we're not going there.
Not
We're
here.
not doing that.
Cover that enough. That's what the off season's for.
We're not doing that.
Sir, great response.
I like the Ravens too, but it's more so because I don't think any of these other teams took a step forward. I think a lot of them took steps backwards. Maybe the Bengals picked up some pieces that they needed on defense, but that remains to be seen. Yeah, it's kind of on paper, but it doesn't look like they did, and therefore I think it, like Sam said, it's the Ravens' division to lose. I really don't believe in Aaron Rodgers. It's just over the hill. It's just kind of over. So and they got rid of Pickens. So I'm not sure who he's really throwing to.
DK Metcalf.
Yeah, he doesn't run any routes though. He just runs straight. So I'm just same as Pickens. So I'm really just more concerned with all the teams around the Ravens, kind of just like the chaos amongst the division. And you got Lamar, so you'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree. It's the Ravens division, in my opinion. It's, but like you had mentioned here, Hayes, in terms of what's going to happen when they get into the postseason, obviously not a ton of success there, but I definitely think they're the top of this division. I'm interested in seeing what the Bengals do. I mean, they got a ton of star power, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Yeah. I think if they do lose Trey Hendrickson, that's just another big blow to their defense. So it's be interesting to see what happens there. But yeah, I think the Bengals are number 2 in the division there, and I think if they come together, maybe start off hot, have a big season, they could push for the division title. But I think it's the Ravens to lose.
I'll start with the Bengals. As you all have mentioned so far, they're the only ones that are really in true contention here. And I think they genuinely and potentially easily could take the division, especially if Joe played the way he played last year as an MVP. And if the defense actually can plug up some of the holes, yep, I said it, they can be in contention for a while. They just need a couple stops. They were a few stops away last year of having a way better record than what they had. So if they're able to do that this year, they 100% can run away with the division, honestly. Now, I'm not saying that as a shot to the Ravens, and I know some people are going to listen and be like, what are you talking about, the Ravens this? I believe the Ravens should win the division. They absolutely should win the division. They are set up to win the division and more. They're set up to run through the playoffs, and also get to the Super Bowl. Problem is they end up choking. What I am scared for the league is once they figure out how to really win in the playoffs, it is going to be a problem for the rest of the league because Lamar is damn near impossible to stop. And once he figures it out and pieces it all together, and he's been learning every single year, he runs less now, which is scary because he's killing you in the pocket, but he can run at any time he wants to run. That would be scary to me to game plan for that, right? For the Steelers, the question was asked, who does Aaron Rodgers have to throw to? DK Metcalf and Freiermuth. Freiermuth is probably going to be a top tight end in fantasy leagues because Aaron Rodgers is going to have to dump it off because he's going to have fear for his life and trying to get rid of the ball. And I don't need to talk about the Browns because they just suck. But I genuinely think that it should be Shador, a given real chance. I mean, I know Kenny Pickett was with the Eagles. I never really believed in Kenny Pickett. He might not even be playing for quite some time. And Joe is damn near in a senior citizen's home. Dylan Gabriel looked pretty good against the Eagles, but again, that was against the second string defense. What does he look like against the first string? But I think he has the capability of throwing the ball, and he looks like he got the game speed down. But again, when you're going against second string, same for Shador, I would like to see these guys maybe in the third preseason game when there's, they're going against ones, see what it actually looks like. And to really get like, okay, they've separated themselves from this point, or because it'd probably be game 3 that we'll see more of the ones than anything. But with that said, gentlemen, we don't need to stay here long. I've said way too much about the Browns. Who wins the NFC
You want to answer
North?
the Shador question?
I mean,
you start more than 5.5?
Sure. Since you asked or brought that up, where do you over under?
I think he does. I think he does. I think he showed a really good amount in that first preseason game. Like you said, it's against backups, but he showed great command of the pocket. He got away from the rush when he had to. He was mobile. He was accurate with his throws. I think he's a good spark for them. I think he proved that he can be an NFL quarterback, which is a wild question to ask, but that's what people were asking. But I think he definitely shut up some of those people. The team around him is just terrible, but I think we'll see him sooner rather than later.
Agreed.
Because I think they do believe in him in a good amount.
Yeah, I think you get to a point where what are you, assuming this season's going to fall apart?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? So I'm sure if I had to guess, he sees the majority of games down the stretch as a starter. But yeah, I'm not sure this team is ready to contend. It's a bit of fool's gold last year, especially how they beat up on the Cowboys week 1, and everyone was like, "Oh, what's going on?" But
yeah,
they're the Browns, and that haven't done too much to make the next step. Now I think they're just identifying what works and what won't, and hopefully for them, Shador will be part of that. I love this Bengals team, but their defense is just a turnstile. So that's why I picked the Ravens here. I saw some crazy stat on the Bengals defense.
Hold on. But Harrison brought up the question, and he did not give us over or under 5.5 games.
Oh, over.
Okay.
Over.
Okay. Go ahead, Sam. I'm sorry. He just didn't do that. Do you have your prediction?
6 games is a lot, though. For Shador? Yeah, I feel like 6 is a lot, but I'll say over.
Okay.
The best ability is availability. So we'll see. There are already a lot of injuries in that QB room. So
shocker. Brendan, what you got?
I would say over. Yeah. Like Sam was saying, it's going to get to a point this year where it's what are the Browns playing for, right? And I'm sure they're just not going to trot out Joe Flacco, week 16 when they're, 3-13 on the season. So, or 3-12, let's say, going into week 16. But I think Shador gets in there towards the end of the season, starts probably right around there, probably close to your point, Sam. 6 games is a lot to start, but I think towards the tail end of the season he gets in there.
I think barring injury, if Joe Flacco is upright, I think you see Shador week 7 versus Miami. So the Browns start against Cincy, Baltimore, Green Bay, Detroit, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, and then you get Miami, New England, New York. So I think if they're just kind of not winning and like we don't think they're going to do, I think you make the change there and let them play some teams that you think you can have a chance against.
I feel like, too, if Flacco's healthy, maybe they flip him at the deadline to a contender or as a backup.
Someone needs a backup, yeah.
I'm more in the camp of what Brendan said, just for the fact that you mentioned some other names, but they traded for Kenny Pickett. And Kenny Pickett was supposed to be their starting quarterback. So now he's going to be QB2. So he's going to come back. And if Flacco goes down, he's probably going to be the next person that comes up at that point in time. Now, do I believe in him doing and taking him? No, I don't. But if it's as abysmal as it's going to be, I feel like it's going to be way later in the season for Shador to go in.
All right.
Because I think depending on what happens in the next couple of weeks, if there's certain trades that happen that I mentioned prior to the show, there's certain things that goes there and see how the season plans out. I mean, if their season's done by week 6 or 7, then pretty much Shador and Gabriel could be at any time because they're going to keep them both on the roster. I think it's going to be because Watson is basically on IR, right?
Yeah,
So he doesn't take up a roster spot. So you have Flacco, Kenny, Gabriel, and Shador, and then Huntley is going to be somewhere else. So kind of is what it is.
I have to imagine too. I mean, Kevin Stefanski's won at least one Coach of the Year, right? I don't know if he'd be on the hot seat. I don't really know how the organization views this year and this team, but you'd have to imagine that they're not just going to want to lie down. So yeah, maybe let's see how till the wheels come off of Joe Flacco, but see what that looks like. But yeah, I changed my mind. I think 6 games is a lot, so I'd say the under, but. Hey, if you look, I know it's against, second string or whatever it is in the preseason, but he looked pretty good, Sanders, from what I saw. So, we'll see.
All right. Got a little nugget here too for the AFC North before we move on.
Mm-hmm.
So the Ravens are aiming for their 3rd straight division title, which has not been done since the AFC North's inception in 2002. So they could make a little AFC North history here.
Okay. Well, we all, except for one person who makes terrible picks, all have the Ravens. Can you guess who chose against the Ravens? It would be Harrison who chose the Bengals. So just let that sink in. So if you agree with him,
can I add something on the Bengals?
I love how they start and finish their schedule. They start at Cleveland versus Jacksonville at Minnesota. I think those are 3 games they can win very easily. And then they finish at Miami versus the Cardinals versus Cleveland. So, I mean, if they do things correctly, that's 6 wins right there. And then they got to figure something else out along the way. But I think if they start hot, they get a little, a good amount of momentum. And the team, like you said, they're not bad. They lost a lot of close games last year with an abysmal defense, like super bad. Mm-hmm. So, I'm just kind of gonna zig while you guys zag.
The Bengals,
one of those things,
zig or zag, whatever. You're the contrarian. When the Bengals when the defense allowed less than 29 points last year, they were 9-2.
Yeah.
They still won 9 games. They were 0-6 when they allowed more than 29 points. I mean, 29 points is a lot for most teams. The Bengals can score 29 points a game, but you can't be in this situation where you're just, every possession you need to score and they have a new DC. Brennan, losing Hendrickson would be huge, but this team could easily make the playoffs, and I would not be surprised one bit.
I just had to bust Harrison's ball about that, but I do want to highlight one thing. We talk a lot of trash about the Cowboys and how they are very bad at re-signing people and wasting time and taking time to do that. The Bengals are just as bad. They could have signed the 3 players that they did sign back for long contracts very early, spaced it out, and for less. And they chose not to. So if we're going to give the Cowboys shit, I think we should give the Bengals shit also for doing the same exact thing that the Cowboys did.
Bengals are cheap.
Well, true, but still.
And it came back to bite them in the ass.
Most of the money is locked up in those 3 players, though. So, which is why they're having a problem keeping Hendrickson right now. So, there's that. North, NFC North. We got the Lions. Their record last year was 15-2. Questions here. How does this team look after losing both coordinators to head coaching jobs? We have the Vikings, who were 14-3. Can Kevin O'Connell get J.J. McCarthy what he got from Sam Darnold? And will it be enough? Packers were 11-6. Can Jordan Love and his young receiving core take the next step? The Bears, 5-2. Can Ben Johnson get the most from Caleb Williams? Brendan, you can start this one off.
Great. I think this is the best division in football from top to bottom.
Wow.
I think it's going to be the most competitive for sure. All right, who did I take? Oh, yeah, I'm sticking with the Lions though. Dan Campbell, I think he's still going to lead these guys, and they're going to have another hell of a year here, but it's going to be competitive. I mean, the Packers, I mean, Jordan Love could definitely take that next step and compete for the division here. Vikings are always, super tough to beat. I like McCarthy. We'll see what he has, and when he gets, a crack to start here. But I like him as well. I like that team. Bears, I'm not super high on, but still, they have a lot of nice pieces, a lot of young pieces, and they could put a nice stretch together too. So, yeah, I really think this division from top to bottom is the best in the league. But yeah, I'm going with the Lions to take the NFC North.
Well, Harrison, you should go next because he literally defecated on the team that you are choosing here. And if you listened to the podcast last year, you know that he was going to choose this from jump. I didn't even need to look at what your pick is going to be. I already knew who you were going with. So, Harrison, who are you going with? And what's your thoughts of this?
The Bears.
Yep.
I don't know why. I do know why.
You do
it's
know
probably
why.
Really dumb.
It's Caleb.
It's really dumb. It's Caleb. It's the entire offense. It's Ben Johnson. It's all of those things that I liked in flashes last year when they opened up some of the playbook and, were able to, get the ball to Swift, get the ball to the outside receivers. I think Ben Johnson's going to move Caleb around a lot. We've seen that it's preseason, but we've seen the offense be very proficient. And I really like Ben Johnson. I really like what he's going to bring to the Bears. So stop laughing. I have question marks about just the Lions and, how they finished last year and all the injuries. And, obviously it's a new year, but, I think maybe the book may be out on them a little bit. I could be completely wrong, obviously. Vikings still tough. Like, this is a tough division. It's a tough division. I think it's going to be, neck and neck all season long, but I don't know. I have a feeling about the Bears. Someone comes out of nowhere all the time. So.
Got a big ass neck.
Yeah, I mean, we were saying this last year about the Bears. And I think they're better suited now than last year, of course. Ben Johnson coming from the Lions. No, DeAndre Swift was his running back. He knows the scheme. They have a ton of weapons, as Brendan mentioned. Roma Dunze in his second year. Mm-hmm. Luther Burden they got in, I think, the second round last year. The tight end, what's his name? Whatever, the tight end from Michigan.
Yep,
he's awesome who's their first round pick. So there's definitely a lot. DJ Moore, there's definitely a lot of talent. I know they spent a lot in free agency to shore up this offensive line, which has been a mess for this team for as long as I can remember. I think early reports are that it's still kind of messy, but there's at least talent on that line. I like this team a lot. Again, I don't know. It just seems like something's dysfunctional in Chicago, regardless of if it's Matt Eberflus or whoever. We'll see if that can change, and maybe Chicago can finally have their first 4,000-yard passer. It's such a crazy stat to think, like,
wow, yeah.
One of the historic teams in sports history, and they don't have a 4,000-yard passer. But here we are in 2025 talking about the Bears. So, definitely a lot of talent there. We'll see. Yeah, the Bears, the Pope.
So who's your choice?
I'm going with the Lions. I want to hedge it a little bit. I am worried about the coordinators losing the coordinators there, both on offense and defense. I didn't get a chance to look at the Lions' schedule this year. I know Goff was inside most of last year, or at least in like comfortable conditions. It's probably going to be a lot different this year as they're a more competitive team.
They start at Green Bay, then they're at Chicago, then at Baltimore, versus Cleveland, at Cincy, at KC, versus Tampa, versus Minnesota, at Washington, at Philly. Then they got a couple home games, then at the Rams.
Do they not have the toughest schedule? Good God.
The rest of the division's playing those teams too.
Yeah. They finished the year at Minnesota and at Chicago.
Yeah, so in Chicago. Yeah, that's tough, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could pick the Lions.
It's tough. It's tough, and they're definitely outdoors
more. I love Dan Campbell. I mean, we've been pounding the table for him for years. We'll see, I guess. but that doesn't bring a lot of hope here. That offense seems that schedule seems pretty tough.
Lions are tied for second toughest schedule with the Bears.
That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, but as soon as you started reeling those off, that sounds horrible.
I'm changing my mind.
Well, last year we had a 15 game winner and a 14 game winner from that division. I don't see that this year.
I don't either.
The winner of that division is going to have 10, 11 wins.
The winner of that division is rolling into the playoffs with a wheelchair and a cast on their foot because they're going to beat the living hell out of each other. I made a face when Brendan said, this is the toughest division. It was just for theatrics. He's 100% right. Just seeing all the teams, like these are all, if you take one of these teams and put it in, let's just see the NFC South, they're immediately taking the conference, right? No doubt in my mind. You put them in several other conferences as well, they're going to be wild card or playoff bound somehow, some way. For me, I think the biggest concern for me is the question that was asked, which was the coordinator situation. And I'm just only going off that base from what I saw with my team and watching how it affects your team in the chemistry a certain way. Like if you don't bode well or gel well with your coordinator, like you're stuck with them for a whole year and it's not necessarily good. And I know Jared Goff is, questionable at times. And I think having the security of having Ben Johnson as his coach, kind of protected him in a certain sense and knew how to call plays and scheme it perfectly for him. Without that, I don't know what that's going to be. The Vikings, obviously, they have a really good defense. I don't know what JJ is going to be. I'm very skeptical on JJ. I think he could be good. I think he could be really, really good. And I know Kevin O'Connell is like the quarterback whisperer, but I don't really know. How
much was Sam Darnold and how much was it KOC? We don't know. And I just say that because I've watched every Sam Darnold snap when he was in New York. I mean, I know that was a long time ago, but
yeah, I mean, Baker also evolved. I mean, things change. People.
Yeah, sure.
You get time. You learn. It just.
Look at Geno Smith, who he's replacing in Seattle.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Even with Darnold, they didn't ask him to do too much. Like that defense was lights out.
Yes,
first part of the season.
It helps when you have one of the best tandems of wideouts in the league and tight end. When you
have arguably the best wideout in the league, you can get away with certain things for sure.
It's like with JJ McCarthy, it's like just don't do dumb stuff. Like
he's gonna have his growing pains very, very early, and it's gonna be probably early and often. But I think the kid can manage. It's not like he hasn't been in a big game. Like he's won a national championship. He's been at a very, very big stage. So I think that'll groom him for the lights. But again, it's gonna be the first couple of weeks is getting adjusted to game speed. Yes, he's playing in preseason and whatnot, but actually playing in a game against ones all game that's not giving you a vanilla defense is going to be completely different. So the first couple of weeks, let him get his feet set, and then let's see what he really is like by game four.
He's essentially a rookie too. I mean, he didn't play a game last year.
Exactly.
So that's going to be huge. But yeah, no, I mean, he seems like a competitor and big moment. But this game's, I mean, does it help that you're facing Brian Flores' defense every day in camp? Probably.
Sure. Yeah,
right.
I would say so.
Just talk about giving a guy fits like that. That's got to be a headache. But
absolutely.
They're going to be good. There's a huge question mark at quarterback, and it's hard to pick them.
Yes,
it's hard to pick them.
All right, now shut the hell up so I can finish. Bears. Caleb looked good in his first. Yeah, I'm trying to finish. I gave you your goddamn time. I want my time.
I thought we were bud.
No, Bears. Bears. I think the Bears are going to surprise a lot of people this year. Genuinely, I do, and I think they're going to be one of the better teams this year. And I think Caleb, from what I've seen in preseason already, again against second string or whatnot, he spins the rock so crazily, and he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal.
He was throwing lasers the other day.
Yes, like
last night, right?
Throwing the ball with anticipation, literally getting it out way ahead. It's just on the money. He's so precise. He's a very, very accurate quarterback. So he's now getting that speed, and I think that's going to be obviously beneficial for him. But I think the Packers are taking the division. And the reason I think that is they have the defense, they have the offense, and they have the coach. So I think if they just get rid of some of the things that plagued them last year, which definitely was a lot of injuries, I think the Packers are going to take the division, honestly.
Yeah, I'm picking the Packers now.
But honestly, any team in this division could take it, depending on how it goes, and that's kudos to them.
You a big Jordan Love guy?
Am I a big Jordan Love guy?
Yeah.
Not really. No.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
Last year was so hard. He got hurt in that first game against the Birds. Go Birds.
It's not even that for me, Sam. It's more of that
playoff game was so good.
No, he's good,
Cowboys,
but I just think the hype for him has been like so crazy, like right out of the gate, like when he came and like he's the second coming to God and himself, and it's just like, all right, well, let's just give this kid a chance.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's give this kid a chance
for
first.
Rodgers,
and it's like, oh well,
so
he waited after Rodgers because this was the same. Like they did the same thing they did with Rodgers when he sat behind Brett Favre, and they were like, okay, this formula works, which it does for them. But it was like, let this kid grow into this, and he does have the arm ability to do it. He has the ability to get out of the pocket. He makes really good decisions, but I still need to see more. There's just something missing from it for me, and I just really could care less about the hype. But I think he's good. I don't think he's. I'll put it this way: I think he's way better than Justin Herbert.
No.
Yes.
Don't slander.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
All right, we'll talk about that when we get to the West.
Yes, we definitely should. We definitely should. I don't have faith in Justin Herbert. I haven't had faith in him, and I won't. I don't until he starts winning in big games. I won't. I just won't.
That's fair.
That's my reason of it. Like it's you're the court. Even though we obviously know they always peg quarterback against quarterback, even though in reality it's not quarterback against quarterback. It's quarterback against defense, right? But that's how it's always played out because that's how they market it. When you see what he does, I mean, the thing that always just sticks out for me for Justin Herbert is you lost to the goddamn Jaguars when you were up by so much, and you're this talented quarterback, and you allowed the Jaguars to do what they did to you. And you've had ample opportunities to do it, and it just blows my mind that he has all this talent. I know he's uber talented. That's not the issue for me. It's putting the talent together on the field and actually winning those big games and going from there. That's my issue with him. That's my issue with him now.
That was Brandon Staley, though. Well, that was
Brandon Staley's not throwing the ball. That's always my thing.
Yeah, it's not a bad comp. Like if you're going to throw two quarterback names out there, it's not like egregious. Mm-hmm. I just haven't seen it from Jordan Love yet. Like, and then he's often injured. Threw 11 picks 2 years in a row.
That's fair.
Took 30 sacks the other year. I just watching him, he holds the ball entirely too long. I don't love the decisions he makes.
That's fair.
I'm not against Jordan Love. Mm-hmm. I think he's a good quarterback, and I think he can definitely get the Packers to where they want to go. I just have questions.
That's fair.
That's all.
I'm
not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he's good. I'm just questions.
You're saying that you need to see more.
Yeah.
Understood.
But I need to see him on the field. Like,
yes.
Just the injuries are, I don't know. Like, you can't do anything when you're not playing.
Yeah, it's a lot. Brendan, you look like you wanted to say something. You did use well, Sam, so go ahead.
How many games did Jordan Love miss last year? This team won 11 games, right? Like, that's kind of nuts.
He played 15 games last year.
Oh, he did?
He actually didn't miss that. Yeah, he missed a good chunk of the beginning, but he played.
Yeah, maybe he left a couple more than I thought, but still.
He was just not – he didn't stand out, which is what I thought he would, but he was just kind of just managed the game sometimes. They were in a lot of close games. I don't know. I just want to see more from him.
That's fair.
Before, when you see someone like Caleb with the arm talent and all that, like Jordan Love has arm talent, but I don't know, he just doesn't jump off the page. Like Caleb does dumb stuff and he's going into his second year, but it's like, can Caleb be the best quarterback in this division?
Yes.
I think he can be.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
They lost 5 games in their division last year. 4 were by a field goal or less.
Yeah, they played us so many
to
close
their
games.
division, though.
Yeah.
And we just talked about how tough that is. But yeah, they
All
lost
this
every
hate
division game they had.
for Jordan. I'm going to
Except
show him
the
some love.
Bears.
I'm changing
No
my
hate.
pick to the Packers. That's it. I'm changing it.
Like what you
All
did
right.
there.
You like that? Thank you. Appreciate that.
Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep. So all three of us, so me, Hayes, Sam, got the pack. And Harry's sticking with his Bears. Is this the segue into Harry's power rankings?
Powerless rankings.
No, come on.
His bear rankings?
His bear
Bear
rankings.
I figured since 2 weeks ago now we did a little bird tangent.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's only right to get some bears in there. So, are you guys ready?
I'm not. I'm not.
So excited.
I can't wait.
I'm not. I've been waiting for this. I haven't even texted you. I wanted to text you suggestions, and I didn't. I'm so interested
I
to see
can't
what
wait
you have to say.
Yeah. So, in at number 5, the Chicago Bears. That's just, you got to start with just the Chicago Bears at number 5. At number 4, we're going to dock them for their weather situation, but polar bears are number 4. It's a good bear, but it's a cold bear, and we're hot. We need warmth.
But it's the most deadliest bear.
Yeah, polar bears are very dangerous.
Yes.
Don't mess with them. Number 3, we're going to go grizzly bears.
Okay.
Love a good grizzly bear.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good bear.
Mm-hmm.
Got the woods. I just picture Montana.
Okay.
It's a good bear. Number 2, we're going to go black bears. Shout out.
Oh, boy.
Wow. Oh, my God. Why did we let him do this?
Now it makes sense why polar bear is number 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So black bears get a great slot. It's important to keep them there. And in number 1, I'm a man with young children. We're going teddy bears.
Wow. Nice.
Always a classic. You can never go anywhere without your teddy bear. Every kid has a teddy bear. Teddy bear has to be number 1. Thank you for coming to my bear talk.
Sam?
The Bear Necessities with Harrison Baker.
I like that.
Did I miss any bears, guys?
Sam, take us out of here.
I was going to go.
Please take us out of here.
No, I was. Great job, Paul Bear Bryant. I thought maybe you'd add him.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
The Bear, the TV show. I don't know. I saw a couple episodes. I haven't really gotten into it. I heard it's great.
It's a great show. Great show.
Winnie the Pooh, maybe. I don't know. He doesn't wear pants.
Yep.
But he got docked a lot of points for the no pants situation.
Oh, that's the best way to go walk around the house, though. You Winnie the Pooh it, Try it sometime. And then get back to us. Re-rank it after that.
179 in the books for Brandon and Harrison and
Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh. I'm Sam. Thanks so much for listening. Tell your friends. We'll be back next week. We take a look at the AFC and NFC West. Can't wait to see what that happens. What that looks like. Peace.
Go Birds.
The
and bears.
Bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. I hate you so much for that list.